This is Newcap News with Brittany Matika.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. Greyhound Canada has announced it will end its bus and freight services for Alberta, Saskatchewan, Manitoba and most of BC. The Canadian Transportation Company says the changes will take effect October 31st, leaving many Canadian cities in the lurch and 415 employees out of a job. The company is blaming flailing ridership as the cause of fighting a 41% decline since 2010. Operations will continue in Ontario and Quebec. With Colonial Days beginning this week, West Coast Amusement staff has begun setting up and preparing for the event. With about 30 rides this year, West Coast Amusement started setup for the fair this morning, and they say they should be done by the end of the day.
Well, we're basically all on schedule. It takes on an average about 6 to 7 hours to set everything up. So we started first thing this morning at 9 o'clock, and we'll go right up until maybe 8 o'clock tonight.
The fair will see around 10 new rides this year, including a fair classic.
Well, the zipper, it spins you around, go up and around and make you sick at times. The cliffhanger, that's probably a new one here. You lay on your belly, you go around on a kite. Everything goes in a circle around here.
The fair opens tomorrow night with Toonie Tuesday and goes from 7 until 11. The SPCA is having a Cat Bonanza over Colonial Days, giving you the opportunity to make an addition to your family for a significantly lower price. In the summertime, the SPCA sees an increase in their cat population. In spirit of the festival, adult cats will be available for $25.
The regular adoption fee is $130, so that's $105 of savings. So it's a really great opportunity to come in and adopt a feline companion.
And when you adopt a cat, they come fully ready to take home and play.
So that's any cat over 6 months old. And the great thing is all of the cats are spayed or neutered, microchipped, and up to date on vaccination.
The promotion will take place from Thursday through Sunday. We are beginning a new daily feature today. Announcers from Newcap radio stations across our hub will be providing us with a version of what's happening in their community each and every week. To get us started, here is Toasty from Real Country 97.7 in St. Paul.
Hey, I'm Toasty from Real Country 97.7, and here's what's going on in St. Paul and area. This Thursday, head on out to the Musée St. Paul Museum for a penny carnival. From 1 till 3 in the afternoon, dig up your old pennies and enjoy some great fun and popcorn at the St. Paul Museum. Admission is $1 a child, $3 for adults, and $10 for a group of 6. Join the St. Paul FCSS for community walking and urban polling from 12:30 till 1 on Tuesday and Thursday this week. Get active and meet new people while you're at it. It starts each day at the FCSS office. The County of St. Paul and Elk Point FCSS have released their summer movie night schedule. This week in West Cove on Saturday, head on out to see the classic Breakfast Club. Movies will start at dawn. Make sure to bring your own chairs for seating. On Saturday at the Lac Bellevue Ball Grounds, join the Recreation Agricultural Society for years of farming. Check out old farming relics like tractors and even bring your own. It's $5 per person, or if you're 12 and under, get in for free. The Saddle Lake Boys and Girls Club and Saddle Lake Minor Hockey are hosting a 3-on-3 ball hockey tournament. You think you and your 4 to 10 friends have what it takes to win? Well, boys and girls aged 8 to 18 can put together a team to try and win the big. Early bird registration ends on July 13th, and you can save $10 on registration paying $40. After that, it's $50. Pick up your registration form at the Saddle Lake Youth Center. Find these events and more at our website, realcountrystpaul.ca. If you have an event you'd like us to feature on what's happening, please email us at toasty@realcountry.ca.
In the late 90s, seeing the Canadian dollar drop well below the American dollar had given hope for increased tourism in cities like Lloydminster. Despite similar optimism, today the conditions aren't as favorable for travelers from the south. Josh Ryan has more in this week's retrospect.
About 85% of the tourists that we've been getting in have all been from the state.
And with the Canadian dollar dipping below the 68-cent US mark, travel analysts predict this trend will only continue.
With the dollar being so low, they're going to spend more time here. They're going to, spend more money on the economy, so it's definitely good.
The Saskatchewan side of tourism is also feeling the increase.
We started last month, and there's definite increase to last month to this month, and we project there's going to be a big increase, especially come Canada Day. There's going to be tons of people come through.
Decades later, the Canadian dollar is once again lower than the U.S. equivalent, yet there's hope for increased tourism following the economic downturn. Destination Canada is expecting a 3% increase in tourist spending. However, other factors could deter that.
We could still expect to see travelers specifically from the U.S. based on the lower dollar. However, the last time the dollar was low, I believe transportation and fuel costs were also low, so that could have a little bit of a difference.
In addition to high gas prices, road construction and large events in the border city have had negative and positive impacts on tourism, respectively.
Those type of things definitely have an effect on the situation and the tourism year that we'll have.
And while there are factors to discourage some from traveling here, the positive side effect from high gas prices means more people will choose to spend their summer holidays at home.
So that staycation and that in your own backyard vacation, those dollars may stay within the provinces, and the communities, which is great.
For This Week in Retrospect, I'm Josh Ryan.
Retrospect this week is brought to you by Webb's Ford. Worth your while to drive the extra mile. Webb's Ford in Vermilion.
We now head up to Lac La Biche to see what information Scott from Boom 1035 has for the community.
I'm Scott Mitchell from Boom 1035 with a look at what's happening in Lac La Biche County. This weekend is Powwow Weekend in Lac La Biche, and you don't want to miss out on it. It all starts Thursday night with the fish fry for the seniors at 5 o'clock inside MacArthur Place. At the same time, the fish fry for the community in MacArthur Park. This is where the Citizen of the Year will also be announced. Afterwards, West Coast Amusements will be hosting a midway sneak peek from 7 until 11 p.m. with wristbands worth just $30. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday morning from 8 until 10 a.m., the Lac La Biche Heritage Society is hosting a $5 pancake breakfast at the Senior Center. Also on Sunday, there will be the registration for the seniors boat tours, which will happen between 11 and 2. They will do the registration, though, at the pancake breakfast. On Friday morning at 11, the parade will start from the Royal Canadian Legion, work its way down to Main Street, and then end at Highway 36. Afterwards, there will be the water polo demonstration on the Legion waterfront, and after that, the Wicked Water Sports Flyboard demonstration, which will be open to the public during the weekend. The Horse-Draft Kona Horse Royal Canadian Mounted Troop will be showing off their World War I cavalry skills at the Ag Society grounds at 3 o'clock. Jubilee Hall will also be busy that weekend. We'll kick things off on Friday night with the Nostalgic Beer Fest beginning at 8 o'clock. Live music from €2 and a Loonie, The Unfortunates, a moose calling contest, and Lac La Biche pickup line contest. With your admission, you'll receive a beer mug and concession discount coupon for $20 in advance, $25 at the door. You can get your tickets in advance at the Legion. Sunday is going to be the talent show and homemade jam session starting at 4 o'clock. And don't forget to stick around afterwards as the fireworks will be shooting off over the grounds at 11 o'clock. There will be events on the Ball Diamonds as well. Saturday and Sunday from 10 until 4 will be the Indigenous Awareness Center. On Sunday from noon until 3, team events happening over at the Ball Diamond number 1 with major media sponsors, Boom 1035, Real Country 97.7, Cool 101.3, and Boom 95.3. And then on Sunday at Ball Diamond number 2 from noon until 3 is the children's events. On Saturday, starting at noon, is going to be the boat parade beginning at the Big Dock and going towards the Spray Park. The wakeboard competition will happen right after. On Sunday is going to be the main fish derby happening, beginning with registration at 6:30, and the derby goes from 8 until 3. Registration is happening at the Small Dock. License number is 577-227-CFE, and the organizer is Trevor Davies. And then the Children's Fish Derby is going to happen on Sunday as well between 10 and noon over at Alexander Hamilton Park. License number 577108. Organizer is Catlin Benson. And we gotta have live music, right? The Bolt Center is going to play host to Trooper on Saturday night. Tickets are still available through the Bolt Center, Britain's your independent grocer, Lac La Biche Sporting Goods, and Ticketmaster. If you have an event you'd like us to feature on What's Happening, please email me the details 1 week in advance, scotch@boom1035.com.
This is Newcap Sports.
Lloydminster Lacrosse has reached the end of its regular season, but the real work is just beginning for the city's premier team. The Extreme began their first playoff round against the Edmonton Warriors, a team Lloydminster's handled with relative ease in both meetings this season. Win 2 at home, and it sets up for a familiar round 2 match that Lance Phillips describes well. What's old is new again.
The Lloydminster Extremes seem to be playing the way they're capable of. Play that earned them a 9-game win streak earlier this season. Wins of 13-2 and 14-2 over the Edmonton Warriors moves Lloydminster into the RMLL's second round of playoffs against a team it's very familiar with. But how much does beating a team 27-4 over 2 games help their cause?
Clearly they're not as good as Cold Lake, but you know, we locked them down and we didn't give them any scoring chances. We kept them to the outside all day. Kyle made the stops he had to, and he got a couple lucky ones, but you know, you can't fault the defense at all for that.
They aren't the strongest competition out there, but I thought throughout the both games, for the full 60 minutes each game, I thought we played pretty well defensively, other than a couple of mental lapses on a couple of the goals. But other than that, I thought we played pretty solid defense.
Offense was working wonderful, and defense was absolutely killer tonight. We just played our game and we stuck with it. We didn't have any lapses.
A late game hit from behind prompted retaliation from Cody Koppel, one of the Extreme's most potent scorers. Dropping the gloves means he'll miss game 1 against Cold Lake, a disappointing development.
It definitely hurts us. It's you know, he's sticking up for a teammate, but at the end of the day, we need to be smart in that. He's a lot more valuable than the guy he tried to engage with.
Hopefully some of the boys step up and take his position and kind of roll with it.
Even with the Extreme playing well, small areas of improvement are the focus before leaving for Cold Lake July 21st.
I think definitely our switches defensively we need to get a little better at, a little better communication, and then some penalties that we've been taking. Against Cold Lake, their power play is really good, so we're going to have to watch the penalties we take and maybe keep our heads a little cooler down there on the floor. And then offense, I think we're going to have to move the ball around a little quicker, be a little sharper in our passes, and take some more quality shots.
There's some last minute offensive stuff, some power play tweaks that we're going to work on, and you know, we should be ready for what we got plenty of tape on them, so I know what they're going to bring, and we'll be ready for sure.
Lance Phillips, Newcap Sports, Lloydminster.
Kids in the border city are taking their best swing at improving their golf game with the Junior Days golf camps this summer at the Golf and Curling Center. Every Monday throughout the summer holidays, the course books off 9 holes for kids to play and learn while parents are provided power carts to supervise.
For beginner golfers, we make a short course out of the front 9 for the beginner golfers, and then some of the more competitive kids can play match play on the back 9.
They also host 3-day golf camps where kids can receive lessons from the staff golf pro to build skills and golf etiquette.
On the fun aspect of the game, just because most of these kids haven't played golf their whole life. Most of them are kids, so we want to get them out here, try to grow the game as much as possible, just make sure they have fun.
Kids can register for the entire Junior Days season or drop in on Mondays at noon at the Golf and Curling Center.